All right, one more thing people are going to be talking about a lot. The Hangover Part 3 is a hot topic for movie lovers. Bradley Cooper is reprising his role as Phil. We're going to talk to him in a moment. But first, when the Wolf Pack gets back together, you can count on things going wrong. Okay, 20.
Okay. Hey, Phil.
What's wrong?
Hold on a second.
What?
Hold on. Like, kick yourself out a little bit.
Alan.
Stay still.
Alan. You get it?
No.
Bradley, welcome back. Good to see you.
Hey, great to be here, man.
I don't even have to ask questions. You know what I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, I looked at everything. Yeah.
He was sitting over by the desk before.
Well, I know the drill now.
I had the questions down there, and I come in the studio, and he's looking at all my questions. So what am I going to ask you now?
I like to pretend. I'm going to pretend.
Well, we just saw, obviously a lot of tricks in movie making. How high off the ground were you actually?
We were really high, actually. They rebuilt the facade of the Caesar's Palace inside the largest studio at Warner Brothers. So I think
20 feet, 30 feet?
No, we were, I think it was about 6. It was about 7 floors, 8 floors.
And your buddy there,
yeah, I mean, Zach was a real trooper because he's very scared of heights. And he kept saying, well, what if there's an earthquake? He said they're just going to leave me dangling.
At that particular moment?
Yeah.
That would be quite a coincidence.
Yeah.
By the way, Zach was here last week, wet his pants.
He does that.
On the show.
Yeah, that's just like a trick. It's like a party trick he does.
Does it? He can do it on demand?
The women love it.
That's really good. The rumor is this is the last Hangover. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's all gravy, man. Think about it. We made the first movie never thinking it was going to be a trilogy. So the fact that I'm sitting here with you now, 3 movies in, is incredible.
But is it a never say never, or you might want to go back to this?
No, it's over. It's
really?
done. I mean, mainly because Todd Phillips, which is the reason why we're all here, he's just spent the last 6 years of his life making Hangover movies, and it's time for him to move on.
When I look back, I mean, so many great physical moments, stunts like that, but so much great dialogue. Is there a moment from any of the 3, Bradley, that you look and say, that was one of the funniest things I've ever shot for a film?
Oh, yeah, no question about it. It was election night 2008, and we did the scene in the first Hangover where the older gentleman takes his underwear down, and we could not get through that scene. Zach had to leave. It took us 2 hours to get through it. Matt Walsh was in there, and it was, I've never laughed harder.
Does it happen a lot where you're simply in the middle of a scene and you've just got to stop? They have to stop rolling?
We try not to because Todd is. I mean, it's not easy to make a movie, but that does happen. Yeah, when you're flanked by Zach and Ed, I mean, it's pretty crazy.
So the story in this one, and I saw the movie. Basically, this starts out. It's Alan's story.
Yeah.
All right, Alan has gotten to a point in his life where you, as his friends and his family members, decide it's time for an intervention.
That's right. Yeah.
Why did you wait this long?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, I think it was that something tragically happens at the beginning of the movie that sort of sets that there's no more anchor in his life, and it gets to a point. You think that he was a time bomb in the first 2 movies. Well, the third one, you realize that it's, there has to be some sort of way of reining him in.
I think you probably know by now because you've done a lot of these interviews and cheated on a lot of these tests. But when you come on a show like this, the producers hand us all kinds of notes and articles about you. So over the last couple of days, I was reading an article about you, and this just jumped out to me. It said that for a while in your life, and it made it sound like kind of a long while, you were obsessed with being a ninja.
Yeah,
Where did that come from?
I mean,
like a ninja?
Well, my idea of what a ninja would be. Do you remember? In the back of magazines when you were a kid, you could buy all these little things. If you had enough tickets.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
But I always bought those freeze-dried seahorses and things.
Oh,
like
you did?
That. Yeah.
Oh, I always wanted like the Chinese stars or the thing or the nunchucks or all that stuff.
And so, but the way the story goes in the article I read, you actually asked your dad if you could move to Japan
until I was 21. Yeah,
I read somewhere that I thought it was like a 6 or 7-year-old thing. Till you were 21?
No, I would move there until I was 21.
Oh,
I asked him at that age.
I thought you meant, I'm going to ask to move there. Right, and I kept asking until I was 21 years old.
That would be pretty sad.
So you've gotten rid of that?
Well, you never know what can happen, Matt. Still healthy.
Never say never. Yeah. Last time you were here, it was for Silver Linings Playbook, and obviously a lot of great things happened for you as a result of that with the Oscar nomination. When you look back at awards season, what stands out to you?
Oh, so many moments. I think probably the coolest thing was myself and my mother, and then Robert De Niro and his family, and Daniel Day-Lewis and his family. We all met up before the Oscars the day of, and then traveled there together, and like took pictures and hung out. And that was for me, you know, to be with the two people that are probably the reasons why I became an actor. That was incredible.
Do you ever worry that you're going to get to a stage where it's going to be ho-hum?
No, I never worry about that. No, I love it too much. Yeah, I can't even imagine that happening.
Yeah, I liked another thing I read about you, that one of the ways you stay grounded is every once in a while you go in and read the comments
Yes.
on the message board portions of websites.
Yeah.
It's rough, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to try not to do that anymore.
I was going to say that might be a little much.
It's a little too masochistic.
The Hangover Part 3 opens nationwide May 23rd. Bradley, come back and see us often.
Thanks for having me,
It's nice
Matt.
to have you.
Yeah.